Zwift is a virtual cycling app that allows you to ride pretty much any bike indoors for fitness, for fun, or even for competition. Even if you are a total beginner, you can jump on and get started. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how to Zwift. Firstly then, how does Zwift work? Well, by riding a static bike, you power an avatar in the Zwift world. The harder you ride in the real world, the faster your virtual you goes. And with the right gear, you can also feel what's happening on Zwift back through your pedals. So when you climb a hill in the game, you feel that. Feels like it went in real life. Woo! There are miles of virtual roads to ride, hills to climb, and mountains to conquer. And at the same time, there are loads of other people Zwifting at the same time as you. So you can ride with them, race with them, or even go on a nice workout at the same time with them. And I think it is this community aspect which is the best bit about Zwift. And I'm going to explain a bit more about that later on in the video. But for now, let's get you set up and onto your first ride. The first thing you'll need is a bike of some kind. Anything from what may already be in your shed to a fully dedicated smart bike like the Zwift Ride. You'll also need a trainer to put your bike on. This allows you to pedal your bike while stationary. And then once you've got that sorted, you'll need a device to play Zwift on. So this could be anything from your phone to a laptop, a tablet, or even Apple TV. Then you need to go to Zwift's website and create an account. They do have a 14-day free trial period, after which it's a monthly or yearly subscription, and we've put a link in the description below so you can check the price in your territory, wherever that is in the world. To get the full Zwift experience, you want your trainer to be smart. Now, it's called Smart Trainer because it communicates with your device you're playing Zwift on via Bluetooth. So when you're riding in the game, say you're going up a hill, it's getting harder, that will automatically change the resistance of your trainer so it kind of realistically feels like you're riding on that gradient. It also measures how much power you are producing when you ride, how hard you are pushing through those pedals, which is really useful to know because then you know you are powering your Zwift avatar accurately and you can ride and race against others with confidence that it's true to life, that your effort is realistic and other people's efforts are as well. But a power meter is also a really useful tool for building your fitness and completing workouts. A mid-tier smart trainer like this Wahoo Kicker course sells for £450 sterling or $499 US. And it comes with this, the Zwift Cog and Click. Now this allows you to fit pretty much any bike that has 8 to 12 gears. Just make sure you fit the bike, of course, and you're comfortable on it. When you're riding on Zwift with this, you don't use those real-world gears, you shift virtually. So use this device to shift within the game, still get that feeling of all the gears you'd normally have on your bike, and actually a few more if you wish. Now that is a good setup to get you Zwifting to begin with. Of course, there are other smart trainers out there, and if you're considering other ones, then do look for the Zwift Ready sticker to make sure it is compatible. Of course, you can actually use a non-smart trainer to get Zwifting as well. To do this, you'll need a power meter installed on your bike, or you'll need to get something like this. So this is a speed sensor. You clip that onto your rear wheel. It will measure kind of how fast that wheel is spinning, and as a result, that connects to Zwift via Bluetooth. It gives you a pretty accurate estimate of how much power you're putting down in the game and how fast you need to travel on Zwift roads. The simplest option is this, the full plug and play Zwift setup. This is the Zwift Ride, a kind of fully dedicated indoor Zwift bike, smart bike that you can share with others in your household because it is super adjustable. You can even share it with me. As you can see, I'm quite tall, so that saddle coming right down for everyone else. Bike set up, it is on to your first Zwift session. As you open the game, you'll first log in with the details you signed up with when you created an account. As the game opens, you'll be taken through a few steps that will get you set up and started. Pairing your smart trainer is the most important step. It's easy, you just find the correct Bluetooth signal and click. You also need to input your height and your weight, which is really important to do to make sure that your Zwift experience is realistic. Then you get to customize things, like you can choose your bike and your wheels, and the more you ride on Zwift, the more options you get to choose from. I always like to customize my avatar as well. Gandalf on a bike, let's go. You then arrive at Zwift's homepage where you choose what sort of ride you're going to do. So let's start by just going for a ride. So you can select a route from the list. The distance and estimated times are listed so you know roughly what you're getting yourself into. I'm going to go for that one now. Remember though, even if you choose a route that is like 30 kilometers long, you can still stop and jump off if you want. Nothing's going to happen. You'll be where you left off. 1 second, you use the facilities. Hey, off. It's too big for you anyway. Silly mountain biker. For even more help at this point, Zwift have a great onboarding tutorial available. Just go to Challenges on the app's homepage, click here on Get Started, then complete your welcome ride. Whilst you're riding, you have kind of a toolbar down here at the bottom with some extra controls to navigate Zwift with, change your camera angle and also message other Zwifters, things like that. Plus here at the top corner, you can see all your metrics when you're riding, like your power data, you got your cadence, heart rate, kilojoules burnt. Here in the center, you can see kind of how far you've ridden, how long you've been running for, elevation gain, the gradient you're on. And over here, you can see all the other Zwifters who are riding at the same time as you. And now you're up and Zwifting, you're riding. But really, let me tell you a few more features about Zwift which will help you get even more out of it. As I mentioned before, the big draw for Zwifters is the community feel of riding on the platform. There are just so many other riders doing the same as you. You can ride with them, race against them, and work out with them. I'm currently on a massive group ride. So this is a 24/7 group ride actually, and it's led by a virtual rider. So they set the pace, they're a pace partner. So you can choose a whole host of different ones. They're continuously running on Zwift, so you can pick a route and ride which is suited to you. You jump on in there after selecting it on the homepage. And for me, this is what I find so fun, is you're riding in a group, it feels really realistic. You have to kind of hold the wheel, hang on in there, don't get dropped. Maybe launch a cheeky attack, although that isn't happening today. Not today. Heart rate's going through a roof. But there's also plenty of group rides which are led by real people too, including some of us here at GCN. And we all know when I'm leading one of these rides, I've got the best party pace. Oh yeah. You do get a draft effect when you're riding on Zwift with other people, so it is easier if you're sitting right behind someone, and once you back off, it does start to get harder. So if you can, hang on in there. Any group rides organised by real people around the world are listed in the events calendar. You can sign up for any of these by pressing the plus button here once you've clicked on an event, and then start ride. Some of these events are races, and you can see a list here, for example, of all the races which are literally just about to start in the next few minutes. I'm actually going to jump on this one, which starts in 3 minutes, so I better get a move on. But Zwift racing can get really competitive, and there are actually riders who've earned full-on pro contracts from racing on Zwift via the Zwift Academy and gone on to win some of the biggest races in cycling. If you are someone who is just starting out on Zwift, you don't need to worry too much about the racing side of things just yet. You can get into that with time once you find your feet. But I really do think the group rides and all the other events which are going on Zwift inject a bit of kind of the social side to your cycling when you're Zwifting, and also a bit of healthy competition too, which I find really motivating. Workouts are another key part of Zwift. It's kind of like doing a gym class and knowing exactly what sort of weight to lift based on your fitness level. So you can find workouts from navigating from the home page. You get to this point, there is a load to choose from based on the time you've got available. I've chosen this one, so 30 minutes long, shorter session. It's got some shorter efforts involved too. The really cool thing about these is that they're based on something called your FTP, which is essentially a number which Zwift estimates based on your riding, telling you how fit you are. So the higher this number is, the stronger you are. So when you tackle a workout on Zwift with your FTP number set, you'll be guided through that workout from start to finish, including a cool down and a warm up. The cool thing is that because that FTP number is set, you'll complete that workout based on your own relative fitness. So the workout will automatically change the resistance on your smart trainer for you. So you literally jump on the bike and ride. Shouldn't be too easy, and it shouldn't be too hard. Although you'll still get a solid workout done, as I'm about to do now. If you want a more accurate estimate of your FTP though, just head over to one of the routes called O Hill No and tackle the grade. All you have to do is ride up the grade, a climb, as hard as you can. When you get to the top, Zwift will give you a really good estimate for your FTP and automatically change it in the game. Don't forget there is also the Zwift Companion app, which is essentially a really handy tool which you can use whilst you're riding. It's an app on your phone, so quite easy to hold in your hand instead of reaching for the screen which you're playing Zwift on. You can use this as a set of controls to navigate Zwift with whilst you're riding, and also message other riders at the same time too. Plus, it is a great place to kind of keep track of all the different events which are coming up on Zwift, so you can kind of check out what's coming up that day, and also join clubs too, which is a massive part of Zwift. GCN Club is actually one of the biggest on Zwift. We have over 55,000 members, which is pretty staggering, pretty cool, and thank you everyone for joining along riding with us. There's loads of clubs to join, but join us. We're a bit biased. Go on, you know you want to. And if you do, you can keep track of all the rides and events which we put on and lead on Zwift throughout the year. There you go. I hope that's got you up to speed and Zwifting, and you found this video useful in that regard. There is a whole lot more to the platform. We have actually made a few more videos on how to get the most out of Zwift, and you can find a link to some of those in the description below. But for now, that is the basics to get you started. I really hope you enjoy your Zwift journey and have a whole heap of fun at the same time. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Keep up to date with all the videos which we create. Thanks for watching. Enjoy everyone. See you in the next one.